event should be live. Hopefully it is. I think I got this to work out the right way now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like everything's going. I think I made a wrong move. So, I'm just going to go with this. I try to adjust some things, and we're going to go right, and we're just going to start right off. I got everything set up. We're going to build the Y-axis. You need some threaded rods, you need some smooth rods, you need the other 4 threaded rods to make the picture. I wish I had my second monitor so I can capture more stuff, put it on screen. I got the second cam kind of working. Not loving it. It's a little glitchy. And I can't really put it up in resolution too much, or it gets even worse. So, we're just going to try to set everything up really quick. Well, not really quick. We're going to take our time, have some fun. And, let's get going. So, you got your bag of tools. This is hopefully pretty much everything we'll need. We got a little screwdriver, little nose pliers, that is weird. They're kind of tight. There you go. Nice, nice. That bottom camera is glitchy as hell, I'm sorry. If anybody knows how to capture C920, that's a really good webcam. Well, it's not the best, but it's pretty good. It's brand new, because my other one looked like it glitched out, so I bought this one. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm not even sure if this is working right. Because I think it's something with the recording software, so I might have an extra camera. 2 wrenches. Tighten up all the bolts. Looks like a 17 and 18 millimeter and a 13 and a 17 millimeter. And then we got our Allen keys. And whatever these Allen keys are is whatever these Allen keys are. Their sizes are millimeters. And we need this box for something. I'm not sure what. Maybe the end switch? The 2 end stops? I don't know. There's something in here we'll need as we go through. So there's 39 steps in here, so it's going to take a while. So if anybody gets bored, they want to chat, they want to talk. I got my Red Bull for some energy. That's some good stuff right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take everything out. We got to keep these bags around. And try to, we got the belts, we got the gears, the screws, the nuts, a whole bunch of the wire ties to make sure we tie everything up. But I got the bag of spare parts out. And what I was thinking, I thought about it afterwards. I tried out one of the cherry treats, the happy cherries. One of the happy cherries. I think I've done with the first one, so the celebration. So at the end, we'll have after we get this Y-axis done, we'll have another little celebratory little cherry treat. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm pretty sure people have done dumber things with it. But, how I see it, it sounds like a lot of fun. If I'm correct, this thing should be live, so people stop in, don't mind talking. Remember, look for links in the description for everything. I forgot to put the filament color strofoil in there for the first filament that we're going to be using. But, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I got washers, nuts. I'm going to leave this here so we can reference it, because we're probably going to have to. Because I'm not good with nuts, you know. And we got all these 3D printed parts. These came out really nice. I can't believe how good these came out. I really thought, like, I see people, I guess you have to learn how to zone in your printing. Because you see people, that is so laggy. You see people out there and they do these 3D prints that they don't come out good. That's part of the reason why I want to go with this one, because it looks like it's pretty good. And we don't really need that because it doesn't tell us what they are anyway. We'll just kind of... Alright, those look like there's 4 of these. These are probably at the ends for the smooth rods to fit in. And this is for the belt, I'm thinking. This is for the pulley. And that's for something. I think that's the extra piece I got too. Everything looks nice and clean. Maybe there's a little bit. I wonder if they clean these out, they just like they come out of the R. I'm just wondering. Alright, so let's get to it. I'd like to welcome everybody hanging out. Remember, follow me on Twitter if you want to go live. Follow the channel. We don't got the... Oh, we're trying to get that browser information up so we can see more than 3. Just 3. It's alright. It's alright. What are you going to do? Alright, we got everything assembled. Well, we got everything out. Nothing assembled. Alright. Use 10 mil nuts. Woof. Okay. 14 pieces of 10 mil nuts. Those look like 10 mil nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So most likely those are them. And 10 mil washers. We need 12 of those. And those are not the 10 mil washers. The ones I took out were wrong. I think it's these. It's awesome because all this stuff has like a little bit of machine oil or grease or whatever you want to call them. And those, yeah, oh, look at that. Everything's like a 1-to-1 scale, what I heard. If not, it's doing really good of fooling me. And 10 mil rods. And 10 mil rods, threaded rods. 10 mil. What is that? Is that the... How do I know which ones it is? Let me go ahead a little bit. Alright, so those are the longer ones. Alright, so I'm making this thing. That's the longer one. Oof. I can see how people get confused with this. Because I'm not sure. Alright. So we do that. Screw on. I think I gotta do 2 of these. Screw the nuts and place. Screw the nuts on and place washers Y corners and PSU Y on the thread rods as shown in the picture. Alright. This is pretty easy. I just like, for some reason, I'm just going to take my time with it. I should have done some of this earlier. God, is there any way to get this on quicker? No, right? This is just how it's going to be. Okay. Not too bad. That's annoying as all hell, but it's not bad. And then we got 2 washers from this side, and one more nut. And I gotta do the same thing over there. Yeah. Nice and easy. I wonder if there's any way to do this quicker. Not really. Like the speed, was a little faster, right? Alright, so we got that. Now let's do the other one, which I'm not really sure how everything goes, so we're just kind of guessing. Like, I have pictures. I don't mean like I don't know, but I don't know how far each thing has to go. It says later. So right now the plan is just to get kind of everything on. This has got to be the most tedious thing ever. I'm trying to think, like, I know the SD card that's hopefully in here somewhere has some cool prits on it, I heard. That actually helps out a lot. I just want to get them about in the same spot. So I have to move both of them just as far. So then 2 washers on, and then we go with another nut. So they both kind of look like this. Let's put that over there. Oh, I get it. They kind of place. I just realized on the picture they kind of place them out like how they're supposed to look. So I'm like, what's all the other nuts and washers are for? They show you how they're on, and then they show you how many you need to make that happen. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So we got these 2 just like this. Just slide this over a little bit. And then we need some stuff. We'll need 2 of these. They go like this. And then we need another 10 mil washer. 10 mil nut. And then the washer. It looks like they hardly left any room. I don't know how much this webcam's helping. Because on one thing you can barely see anything. So, washer on, and then through, and then I guess they put another 10 mil. I can't remember. I think they're 10 mils. To be honest, I can't remember. Wait, no. No. We need the washer first, because you can't put a washer on afterwards. Another washer, and then another 10 mil nut. It looks like it's just like through, but like barely kind of. So like we just leave a couple threads in. And that's how the top one is. And then hopefully these look all like the same. They don't look nothing different in them. And they didn't specify there was anything different. Alright. So you get the other 10 mil on that side. Washer goes through. Spin it a little bit. So you got some room on there. Another 10 mil washer. Another 10 mil washer. I was right about that. Another 10 mil washer. And then a nut. And then how it looks It looks like it's just a few threads. So I'm pretty sure when they tell me, they'll tell me to tighten stuff up when I need to tighten it up. So I need this piece. So this piece goes on here. Another 10 mil thread. I'm going to put this on kind of far because we'll need to make up the space for this. I guess it holds the motor. And then it goes like this. Wash off. The reason why I think it's like this is because that little groove right there is for this part. And that went a lot farther than it was supposed to. It's alright. Washer. Pretty sure someone saw that coming. Well. I can't believe how well this all fits together. It's very nice and simple, man. Well, it seems like that right now, right? I still have a lot to go. Alright, I wish this was like, that's it and you're done. Because we'll be killing it right now. We're running out of bolts and screws, so you almost know you're done with this step, right? That's how you tell. So, yeah, you'll see a good kind of... I'm going to try to just keep going as much as I can. Like, not stop for too many... Well, you know, I'll stop in the middle when I'm not streaming. For breaks. But, there we go. We got this part done. And, two nuts must be tightened against each other. Those are supposed to be... Okay. We got another picture. I guess this is supposed to be 100. I got calibers. I knew I was going to need these things. I knew it. I see everybody using them so much in the 3D printing world. I was like, man, this is going to come in so handy one day. And this is the day. So how am I supposed to know? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay, we turn it on, zero it out. So he said 100, right? He said, you know him. Let's get to right there. Alright, so we're supposed to be back here on this the orange part. And we have to screw these two and this one washer. Now, I think we're supposed to be right about there. I know it's going to be horrible for you guys to see. But that's right around 100 millimeters. So trying to do, so this one's a little bit easier because I can use this to stop it. That side was just a little bit awkward. And right. Right about. I think they're gonna have to go like this. That looks like 100. And that's 100. So I think we're pretty much on point. We'll put this over here. Alright, so that was our next step. Which, not too bad. Okay. Alright, we got a force. Oh. We got two pictures. This is just like the other one. Alright, so this is this one? That's what I guess you need that other picture for. So it's like this. These are the only pieces I have, so it's gotta be this one. But it looks like it doesn't have that groove right there. It's like, that just ain't right. See, this is it. I have a little lip right here, but they show it like this. How am I going to get it to look like that? Is that my extra piece? That would be hilarious. But I think it is. That could be my extra piece. This is my extra piece. It's the same exact thing though. So in mine, if you go like this, you got the hole up here. This thing has a bridge. It's like a, I guess it doesn't matter, because the other hole that's over here is still on this side. I think I'm taking too much into that one. Like, I think I'm too much into it. Sorry about that, boys. Not really. Is that just like dirt, or do I have to thread these in? That is tight. That is really tight. But we're getting there. You know when you see everything, you're like, oh, this is gonna be easy. And then that happens. And so, I'm guessing that's something that they upgraded or updated or did something to, because there's no way this can go any other way. And I think that's hilarious. That's my extra piece. But they randomly picked a piece for me. It was great. But let me go on to this part. 8mm nuts, 8 washers, Y motor in the middle of the thread or rod. Doesn't matter at this time, so you can just eyeball it to the middle. Okay, that's cool. That's real cool. So we got this about in the middle. I guess, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it would matter. To tell you the truth, I can't really think on top of my head exactly what this piece is. It's the Y motor holder, so it holds the motor. That's close. It's close to the middle. Come on. Come on, baby, come on. Okay. Now we need, I'm guessing these. Just if anything, because there's no other washers or nuts left. Come on. I guess this takes care of everything else just about. Eight mil. 8 mil. And no, that's not how it goes. Okay. So 8 mil washers. Pop these on real quick. Very, very nice. I don't know, I've kind of been a tinkerer my whole life, so this is just like cool. And I figured it'd be fun to share this experience with everybody. And it's Christmas time, you know, it's kind of fun. I can't complain about it. I'm having a good time. You just gotta keep pushing forwards. If anybody has any questions, remember to leave them in the comments. I'll try my hardest to answer them through my experience if you're putting this together in the next couple days, few weeks. I should have no problem, hopefully, remembering all this crap, right? Alright, so I'm thinking this is gonna go on the back, right? Whatever the back part is. I'm guessing back, this is the back part. How we're making it. I think. To mount the motor on with the mounts and the end switches and stuff. This looks like this is what it's gonna be. But is it fun? Definitely, definitely. It's kind of easy if you just roll them on your hand like this. Makes up for all like the time spent on doing like 1,000 threads. Maybe this will be the hardest part. I feel like it's not horrible, but I can see where you get kind of, it gets repetitive. So it's like, oh, screw this big ass nut on here, screw this big ass nut on here, screw this big ass, you know. So they're telling me to put the other nuts on too, and then just kind of, I guess I'm thinking they go through on both sides on these two. That's what I'm thinking. And then we close them both up. So those take 10 mil, these cross ones take 8 mil. It's interesting, right? And it's always fun building stuff, I know. Yeah, whoever you are, like if you're watching this, you must enjoy building or tinkering in somewhat. And this is a fun kit to put together, looks like so far. You know, with all like the little things you can do with it, and all the fun you can have after it's done. It's definitely worth. You know, I would think about wearing gloves, to tell you the truth. If anything, I just don't have nothing to put on because it's like all the little machine oil and crap is getting all over the place, like on your fingers. But after this, I'll probably go and this will probably be my last video for tonight, and I'll be live streaming somewhere on Sunday, like around noon, maybe a little earlier. Because I want to get this together. Hopefully I can get enough videos together on Sunday. Because I thought it'd be fun to do like a per kind of build thing. Like, you know, you go through each part building it. Which, you know, I saw some people do like a 10-hour stream, right? Or a 12-hour stream doing the whole thing. But I thought like this might, like for me, it looks like it's going to be a little more fun. And okay, that's all positioned and stuff like that. Oh wait, okay. Oh, there's a pulley. Of course there's a pulley, right? Who wouldn't not think of a pulley? And this, it looks like it goes on this one. Look at that, thank God it's like a little bit easier. About in the center. It needs 2 washers, 2 8 mil washers, and then you'll need both 8 mil screws. It's pretty, like you kind of know what to do, right? Like step by step is kind of nice and easy, right? It's just like you have to know. I guess you don't have to know the millimeters too much because it's like what fits on. You can't force something on that's not going to fit, right? But it takes a little bit longer. So, having it, yeah, that's right. Having it done already, like, you know, that's what I thought. I thought like a step-by-step guide would be kind of fun. So like having like somebody like go through it with you. I guess the other camera's good enough. You can see it pretty decent. And you can kind of see what's going on in the little one. I just wish I knew what the setting is on OBS to make something not lag. I've been dealing with this for a day and a half. Trying to figure out how not to get that second camera to lag. Like when you do a webcam and a regular video, like say if you're doing, like on my other channel, like if I'm doing like a webcam with it, you just put it on, no big deal. But when you try to use, like I use the capture card for the good camera I got, right? And I'm thinking, how hard can it be just to throw another like little part into that? You know, just throw a webcam up. What's the big deal? This is how like that little webcam is like the big one's at 1080 60 frames. But this other one is at like 340p or something. Just so it don't lag too much, and it's still lagging. You can see like when I wave my hand in front of it, it's just freaking horrible. So annoying. There's got to be some kind of trick to it. I thought I figured it out, but it didn't work. I thought I can like play it on another device and capture the screen, and that should help the lag, but I couldn't get it to work. I honestly thought, like, oh, I nailed it. Nailed this. Watch out. Watch out, people. The one thing I'm telling you the truth is, like me, like, I don't know if other people have a Prusa Mark III. Did it look like it was this small? when you saw it, like to me, it looks like it's a lot smaller than what it should be. You know, I think I fixed the problem with the it looks like with the delay too. I think I hit a setting that I shouldn't have hit, and it kind of messed everything up. Like it put it like a YouTube hold screen on, and then so you have to check it to make sure it's allowed to go on YouTube. But if you're doing a live stream and then delay it for like a half hour before someone can view it, that's retarded. But it is what it is. So all we got the 8mm screws. It looks just like that, just like in the picture. We got the two 8mm screws, two 8mm washers, two 8mm washers, two 8mm nuts. It's a screws, so nuts. And we got this piece that holds, I think, the pulley. And then we got like another one made up like that, just so we can go on to the next step. The next step: use 8mm nuts, 6 of them, 8mm washers, 6 of them, and the two 8mm thread 2 pieces rods. Screw the ends of the nuts in there. Look like the picture. That's why I wish I had the picture, but you get to see it after I'm done. And if you can follow along at home, you'll see it. You know. So basically, I'm doing kind of like what I said. I love how you can zoom in on these things. So, let's put this to the side up here. I'm going to do it just like how they have it. It looks like it goes like this. Like if everything's facing me, this looks perfect. Right, so then we slide, let's slide this part into here. With a little persuasion. Oh my god, look at that. That is awesome. It didn't fit, but it's still awesome. So like this is just so much fun, having like some people watching and hanging out with me, and then just like doing all this by myself. It's kind of, that would be a little boring, you know. And then we just kind of go like that. And I go like this. I'm trying to line these 2 screws up, which I guess is a really big benefit of keeping everything loose. Alright, you just gotta make sure your washers and stuff don't fall out when you're flipping it. By the time I thought of it, mine stayed on, but you never know. So does anybody have any ideas for colors for the first print? I was thinking about like, this is all made out of ABS and purple. I mean purple and orange. I was thinking about doing the blue that I have, or, hold on. I was thinking about doing the blue I had. It gets a little freaky. This is why you just don't, there's no reason to tighten stuff up. I was thinking of doing all the parts over in the blue PLA that I had, or actually getting that ABS. Because now when you think about it, you kind of don't, you want to make sure it's a nice strong fit, right? So you don't want to use 2 more washers, 8mm, and then we're going to put it on the other side. But you want to use like a nice strong, you know, PLA, or, I mean, not PLA, ABS. Which the reason why I stayed away from ABS in the beginning, like when I first started, is purely because of the smell. What I heard about the smell. Nothing else. I heard PLA is kind of like waffles, if I'm sure. If you guys know who said that. I think it was Barnacles. Barnacles Nerdcasm. Of course you know him. He was like one of the first people to do 3D printing. He made me want to get a 3D printer. Like about 2 years ago. That I couldn't afford. I was thinking about getting a Robo 3D, right? If you guys heard of that, which seems like a really nice printer, and I wish I took the chance to just bought it. But not that he gave it a bad review, but he had a little, like, on my other channel I did a lot of product reviews and dealt with companies, right? And a lot of them were cool. But he said he had some problems with Robo 3D, which like, now I think about it, you know, you make your own decisions in life. You don't, like, you take advice from YouTubers, say, or reviewers. You kind of want to do your own thing. You don't want to sit there and let other people decide what you do, right? Does that make sense? You know, and I kind of not like I'm mad about it, but I really wanted it, and that was the one I could afford, the Robo 3D. But like, based off like an experience he had with them, which was about the same price as this one. Like, I was like, oh, I don't know if he's having, like, he's not liking them personally. I kind of wouldn't want to go with it, you know. So I just kind of let it go at that, like on the back burner kind of thing, because of that. Not saying that he's right, but just kind of saying, and we're just like closing this thing up a little bit. I want to leave some room so I can get the other rod in there. That I probably should have done before I closed this. Maybe I should just leave this one off. And this one, that definitely 100% looks like it goes on the top, right? I should have probably... That's why you need play in this. Because closing this thing up is kind of a bitch. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it. You probably like this. Alright, pro tip. Put this whole side in first, right? Don't be a dumbass like I did and try to put one rod in at a time. Because you start talking about another printer and it curses you. And then that's nice and easy. This just looks fun. I like the whole idea of putting it together. That's why I had to get it. Washer first, then nut, 8mm. Like, I love the idea of putting it together. It's so cool. Like, you could have got it. What I spent on it, I just could have got like less PLA or less filament in general. I let them put it together for me, but I honestly didn't want to. I wanted to make sure I built it because it seems like that would be the funner thing to do, the build and everything. And just in case, like, it looks like my comments are messed up, so if anybody's talking or not talking, if somebody's out there, just subscribe to the channel. It's weird because I started all over and I really didn't want to tell anybody about anything on YouTube. Well, I didn't start all over. I still have my other channel. I'm waiting for my contract to run out, which is at the end of this month, thank God. I'm finally out of my contract. That's what killed it last 2 years. So I want to do 3D printing, but I didn't want to bring it to the main channel. Like, you know, like on YouTube, you can't really, how do I say it? Like, you can't really do what you want. You could, but it's like almost like, hey, you want to do this, you need to get a channel for that. If that makes sense. Which it should make sense to somebody. But I know somebody out there that's watching does some YouTube. And if you're kind of like me, and you like to dabble in a couple of different things, it doesn't work out putting it all on one channel. I don't want to like snug these things up too much, because I'm pretty sure there's something I gotta do. But I just want to get them so it's not so loose. Like, I watch some people put this together and I'm like, if the directions don't say to tighten them up, why are you tightening them up? But then when you see everything kind of like in pieces, you almost gotta be like, hey, I need to tighten this up a little bit. But you kind of want, if you want everything even, evenish at least, you gotta tighten some stuff up. Look at that. I'll tell you this. That and that does not look like it's centered. Look how small this thing is, right? I don't know. It probably looks like, wow, that's pretty big. Like on camera, man, that shit looks small. You just gotta, you gotta snug it up. So yeah, there you go. That's all I wanted to do. Snug it up so when I lift it up, it's not flopping. Sweet. There we go. All right. So what's next? This is like all new territory now for me, because like this was like, oh, this is what you gotta do. This is just it. All right. Let's prepare the y-axis stage. All right. So I want it. I gotta. It sucks. I gotta look at this. All right. So you want it like this. All right. Put this over here so you don't lose it. And then we're gonna get this thing. The frame. I couldn't think of what it's called real quick. This is funny because this is like one of the longest parts, it looks like. Okay, so I prepared it. It's been repaired. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Okay. Insert the y-axis stage into the frame. Okay. Why doesn't that look... Wait. Oh, it's supposed to be on that side. Okay. So it's still facing you then, right? It's just supposed to... See, it looks like it's like here. What's this thing for? Like, am I supposed to be going between my nuts? Am I supposed to be going between my nuts? That almost popped me right in the fucking mouth. This is why you leave stuff loose. Because look, I got that side in, but this side's not close. Oh my god, look, I'm done. Okay. Insert the y-axis to the corner, y corner as close to the y corner as possible. Let's check out. Tell you the truth, that just looked totally the other way in that other picture. So some people that know. See, look, it's. But that, in this picture, it's like this, but this one, it's showing it like this. Right? So I'm going to have to figure this out. And then the other picture shows it on the other side. Well, you know, if I do the directions, I'll probably have to go one way or the other way, right? Now, hold on. I'm thinking that's what's happening. It's telling me to go to each side to line it up. That's how to tighten it. Okay, insert the y-axis to the close thing to adjust the tightening on any of them nuts. Rotate the y-axis stage and repeat. Yeah. This is basically what it told me. Boy, this is bullshit. I'm like, I don't like this. Not at all. So I guess I need this pretty loose. Because I need to like pull it out. I think I need to pull it out without like really messing up the threads. Okay. So if that's like that, so we do this. So we look good there, right? So we want to tighten this up. So how do I get the bottom ones tighter? Am I gonna go like this? And then I can tell you it'd be awesome if they gave you come on. And then can I get on these a little bit? And we're just gonna tighten them both at the same time. That's in there. This is kind of cool. As long as that thing don't fall on you, right? Like that. I knew that was bound to happen. It's weird how that's not. Alright, you know what? Let me do the top of the other ones before we do the bottoms. Because that'll hold it tighter. Is you. Like that. Nice. I have no experience with this at all, so I don't know how tight is too tight, kind of. I just know I want to see this bolt pop out a little bit. So I know there's a couple of good threads on there. So we got both of these on. Alright, since that's... See, like, we snug those up, but we don't snug the other ones up? Oh, wait, now we snug them up. Okay, so now it's time for this to come off. Which, this way it looks pretty good. Alright, so we got that off now. And then we got our smooth rods, which I want to wipe down. You'll see what I talked about in the unboxing. If you want to check out the unboxing, please check it out. Please do. Please do. Looks like we just kind of... Oh, a little persuasion. Well, that's getting solid now, right? Let's wipe this off. I got new bearings for these. That's basically what I was trying to say. And you don't have to grease them. They're greaseless bearings. I forgot what they're called off the top of my head. I was looking stuff up. And the word on the street is they're pretty decent. And boys, that is how it's done. Look at this. Doesn't feel like it's going that bad. So now we're gonna want to get those in. And is this way 100 millimeters? Okay. So we're gonna go back to the calibers in a second. But I guess let's get these all snug. I'm not trying to win any awards here. I'm just trying to get these things tight for the next step per the instructions. So you want to go through all of these, the 10 mil ones. You just want to snug them up a little bit. What I'm honestly guessing is that I don't think these things have to be, like the screws have to be perfect, but because it can adjust what I hear, and that if it can't adjust a little bit, that's gonna suck. Look at that. That's a solid piece. Oh my god. That is beautiful. Now that we do Papa Cheese, we're looking really good. Alright. I gotta remove the rods now. Let's see. After tightening the nuts, there should be a gap between the 8 mil rod and the Y-axis corner. I guess they mean... Oh, like this don't sit flush. I didn't even think about that because this went into the top, not the bottom. Okay. That's perfect. Okay. Well... Back to the calibers. Let's see if we get these nuts in a good spot. let's go. Okay. So we want to hit this back nut and this. So I'm thinking it's like. Oh no, it didn't change. I was like, how the hell did that change? Like, it didn't change that much. Like, right there should be dead on. And if you make this not come back, like, that should be right dead on. It's like 100.6, 100.07, 100.06. So they're still good from where they were. Thank God they haven't moved a lot. And then I think it told me that I have to remove the rods. Remove the 8mm rods. I just want to go farther down and make sure I'm doing this part. Yeah, I gotta remove the rods because now I need them. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so identify mark. Okay, now we're gonna assemble. What is it called? The Y carriage. So I gotta take these out. Real easy. Hopefully I don't have to do this too many times. Alright, so this one's gonna get me a little nervous because this is gonna be our first change, right? Because I'm not gonna use the bearings that come in here, these 3 bearings. I'm gonna use my own. That hopefully is gonna make it a lot quieter. So we need to get the Y carriage. We'll just take the whole thing. Because obviously, doesn't want to come with me. I wonder if this is like the longest part and then everything else is kind of quick. Because this is, you pretty much put together the body, right? So, there's an indent right there. So I'm guessing that's what they're talking about. That's the identifying mark. Mark which be used to the next step to release the shown pictures. Count us on coals. White dot. Is it like either one? Because I don't have a white dot anywhere. Okay, so we need 2 washers up here. 2 bearings. Sorry about that. So I got these bearings. These are supposed to be a lot quieter than these bearings. As you can see, same size. I want to see if they fit on with not too much of a problem. Oh God, yes. Just you can see, listen to this, and then we'll flip it over so I can wipe it off again. That looks dirty, but it also looks better. Sounds better. Sounds a lot better. So not too bad. I technically put out the wrenches. I didn't have to use nothing yet. So we're going to put those 2 right there. I think there's no up and down on them. But I'm probably going to have to replace these from time to time. So we're going to put them in. See, when place the bearings into the wire carriage, make sure that they are oriented as shown in the picture. You want you to orient these Like the little strip of balls, I think that's in there. But, I don't have those. I don't have to worry about that. Next thing we're going to do is assemble the Y carriage. Please insert zip ties. Wait, am I flipping this thing? Alright, so this is on the back then. This dot is on the back. So they go underneath. Like this. Okay. So they go like that. So we take our zip tie. Let's do this. I'm trying to look for a good angle. So we go, because if that's the thing, I want them here. How dare you slip out of your hole? Well, it seemed like that didn't go in right. I think. Yeah, that is the way going. See, just like that. You got it in the hole. We'll hold it on. These are a dry bearing. I'll leave links to these. I got them off eBay. But I think they were E3D. A Drylon. They say it right on it. Drylon. D-R-Y-L-I-N. That's what you're looking for. I'll leave a link in the description after this video is over. I'll have to do some housekeeping on the video front. So then we just swoop them right through. Nice and easy. Unless you put them in the wrong way or they flip on you somehow. And then, no, I had them the right, did I have them the right way or did I flip them again? I think I'm flipping them when I push them inside. Oh my god. Like this. We go like this. And then you go like this. So you both see them nice and clean. And boom. Once again. I'm guessing you get that on the outside like the other ones. Yeah, because everything's on that side, yeah. Yeah. So, you put it like this. Then inside the hole. And push it down. Bring it up. I don't know if you guys can really see what's happening here that good. It's hard. It's hard. But just like in the pictures, it's like they make it this certain way so you can tighten it better. Like this thing, look how small this Y carriage is. Alright, so we got everything there. We got them all in, as you see. Alright. Pretty cool. Alright, now we're gonna take our trussie's little needle those pliers. Why does the alarm look different now? They look like they're supposed to be like that. Oh yeah, they're gonna be. You have to go. There's a little. I don't know if it's gonna work. This one worked really good with this one. There you go. And then, yeah. Have them closer to the inside. Thank God they gave us extra ones. Just in case. Then you. It's kind of funny because it looks like with a couple more clicks I can get out of some of them, like this one though. This one definitely yes. We're supposed to go like that. I'm supposed to pull them forwards. Okay. Very nice. Yes. I'm going to show them. Okay. Okay. We still got a lot of steps to go. Whew. Okay, so I'm thinking with these, since they're on there, if anything happens, I have to cut them off anyways, but I have some flush cutters. Alright, so as we go, this is going to be a long one, boys. I got two on the top, one on the bottom, just like this, right? So nice and easy. And we got this one. This is just like that. Closest sides on this side, the farther sides. Closest sides to your right, the farther sides to your left. With the two bearings up here and one on the bottom. So okay, 3mm 12-inch screws, 2 pieces. So I guess I got those other. I got 10 of them, and I think that's how many you need. If I'm not messing anything up right now. This gonna be a nice cleanup. Well, most of the stuff should be gone, right? Just a couple of bags here and there. And is that 10 mil or 12 mil? 12 mils. 12 mil is. You can't really tell the difference here. Alright, look, these are the long ones. Alright, you got one of those. Then you got. These gotta be 10 mils. Right, because it goes up. Those are 10. That looks like a. This looks like 10. That's a 10. Why does it seem like I'm missing one? That's a 12. These are 2M's 12s. This is a 10. I feel like I'm missing a screw. They had to make these so goddamn close, right? Yeah. Two 10s and two 12s. Nailed it. Two 10s, two 12s. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Come on. Come on, baby, baby, come on, baby, baby, come on. And eyeball it? No. It will not let me eyeball. And then you. There are no threads in the Y carriage, just push the screws in all the way. Beware of the orientation. Well, yeah, the belt, yeah, I don't know. I like how I read this stuff afterwards, right? That's awesome. It's always good. So we're basically just putting these the two M312 screws right into this that holds the belt. Make it a nice, solid, tight fit. So we don't have any of our prints failing. That's about what we're doing there. It's weird how you you get so focused in on this. Sometimes I don't know, I talk to myself. I don't know if you guys do. But you get kind of into it. Are these supposed to be poking through? Oh fuck. Am I supposed to be having these things poke through? Because I didn't over tighten these things. They just kind of did that. I got a feeling I shouldn't have tightened them so far. I don't know. I just kind of tightened them until they stopped. Not really stopped, but you see how loose and then tight. I'm guessing that's how they work. Hopefully. You get a little oh, is that how it's supposed to look? Yes, no. Let's see. Yeah, they went through it. Like, that one's flat, but the other one went through a little bit. Okay. Guess it's different, right? Okay, those are in. Insert the, smooth the rods. Hold on. To me, it feels like it's gonna go nice and smoothly. Get it smooth rod, smoothly. This one looks like there's like too much clay in it. Maybe that's just because it's by itself. I don't know. But it looks good. Let's see. Be very careful. Start the rod straight into the bearings. Do not apply too much force. And do not tilt the rod. Okay. Step 17. There's 39 steps. Back to our base. We need the 25 mil screw, 2 M3 washers. I guess it's these little tiny ones. Yeah. Two of those. Looks like a nut. And the little spindle bearing thing. Bearing housing. Yeah, lock nut. So, see that is kind of. Where does the washers go? Come on, that's not fair. I can't tell if they're on the inside or the outside. I would think maybe they're on the outside. Yeah, the washers on the outside. I look at all the pictures and see where the washers went. So mark that. Step 18. Unless that, see on the outside, does that mean on the outside, inside, out? I don't know. That's not really telling you much. To tell you the honest truth. It's really not. I wasn't told to tighten this up, so I'm not gonna. Tell you the honest truth, you probably can't get the washers in between anyway. There's probably somewhere in there that tells you to put this on first, then this on. Yeah, because if you put it on here, it's just gonna be kind of dancing in the middle because there's nothing to hold it, so it's got to be on the outside. Well, I guess you want this loose, so there's a little play, right? You know what I mean? So, like, these two things can line up, because I think this is where the belt goes. Oh, damn. I wasn't thinking. Do you think that matters? I'll put it on the opposite way. I really think it doesn't matter at all. But for the sake of argument, we're going to do it the other way. Nice and easy. Nice and easy because that's my style. Very nice. Really? And we need the with a little needle nose. It looks like there is. So to tell you the truth, I wish this had a little more. Because it goes on and it gets really tight. I don't like my nuts that tight, if you know what I mean. If you had a little something better than needles pliers so you get a better grip on this, would also be fantastic. We're basically just going to snug this up till it's tight. Let's just do it this way. Because there'll be a little bit of play in that itself, so it's not, this won't be too bad. And then in the middle, this just kind of does this thing. Looks good to me. Let's see how we're doing out there. I got a nice little thing going on. I enjoy the people that are in here just checking it out, hanging out, watching, even for a little bit. You have some questions, want to know anything that's going on, let me know. Please subscribe, don't forget that. All the links are in the description, and plus you can just click right there on the sub button. But I am having a good time doing this so far. Uh-oh. Step number 19, let's get the motor action. Woof. That looks like fun. Okay, Y-axis motor. One label with the Y. The two 10mm screws. Use a 2.5 hex spammer. Secure the motor into the 3D printed part. Okay. Alright. I got you. I gotta go into a space. But I honestly didn't think I needed a motor, so I put them back in the box. It kind of tells you what you need for each step of each part of each process, which is really cool. But I figured it out like 2 minutes in, that's only like the parts you need for each, like the first step. I was like, ow. Alright, we got the Y motor. Things are happening, people. Alright, so let's... I guess we're tightening this in, right? We're tightening this part in. I'm just not 100% sure. Like where it's supposed to go. Like. Alright, so we got the wire. The wire's like in the middle, so it doesn't really matter. So it's just kind of like that. To be exact. Which I know, I know I'm going to have to move this like crazy, because this is, you see what this is and that is, that's not lining up. So, we're just going to take our two 10mm buddies. And throw them inside here. And just kind of get it going. I like to get one going a little bit more, because then when you're when you're getting the hex head on there and you got it in a little bit, don't tighten it up. Leave it so it's loose. To me, you're not going to strip. Like, that's how I grow. I do a lot of mechanical stuff on my job. You're not gonna put too much stress. Like, some people like to get it in 2 or 3 threads, like barely in. I like to get it in a little bit more, but like it's loose though, you know, so you can work this one in. I'm trying to think. I wish they made it so these things fit better. Like the Allen keys, like so you can go around and spit them in. Because you really can't, because they just don't give you enough room for them. Like I know everything has its place, but make a different kind of Allen key then. You know, because you kind of get it like this, and you're like, ugh, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. You can't just spin like faster. See, so this should have a little bit more play. We're almost there on this too. But alright, so I'm not sure about tightnesses on all this stuff. So we're just gonna kinda go and make adjustments as we go. Tighten the motor gently to avoid damaging the 3D printed part. So we kind of tighten that gently. And now we gotta do the end stop. Sweet. Oh, and that's where the 2 little things are. See, and now they show that part like... Son of... See, it sits on here. They don't show this other part. It has to go like this, though. But they have this other part underneath here that they just don't have on it. And stuff should be in this box, number 2. On the second step, this first step was the unboxing, which is really for them just checking all your stuff. That is the sensor, that is the heater coil. So I think there's 2 of them in here, right? Yeah. There's definitely more than one. Okay, so they're both the same length. So what you want to do is, I don't know, like maybe we'll take this out in a couple seconds later, but I want to put this back in here so I know where it is so I don't lose it. Which actually I don't think we do. Not for a little bit. Not in this step probably. Because they don't have the screws for it. So maybe that's in like step 3 or 4 or 5 or something. So we got these here. Got these here. They both seem to just come off straight off this side. And the switch is like in the middle. See how that's set up? Looks like it's like this. Is this the install? What is that supposed to be hitting? No, I think this is the install. Yeah, that's the install. Alright. First 3D printer, right? Oh, that's maybe like a ground or a power or something connector? I want to try. They get these, since they're on a level thing and there's no weight on them. You want to kind of get these both started a little bit. And then you kind of go back and forth, because most likely you are the dude threading these parts. Those things aren't threaded, which is totally fine. But you want to definitely make sure they're going in and going in even. So you do a couple turns on one, couple turns on the other one, just kind of go back and forth. You see it like nice and even like that? I really wish this other camera was coming through a lot better. As I'm doing this, I just want to check here. Sorry about the coughing. You know what it is? I haven't been drinking. Keep my energy up. Alright, so next step to show a little bit of cable management. So we'll show our cable management when it's time. We got like little sleeves for them, which hopefully I don't have to use that other one, or maybe I can use that and then put the sleeve over it, maybe. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. It seems like a great idea. Theirs is easier because you just wrap it. It's like a wrap that goes around it. If you guys haven't seen it, if you want to see all the parts, go to part one. We kind of go over them loosely a little bit, but I thought it'd be a good thing. You'll see annotation in the cards and these, and as soon as they get in there, that means more are done. I'll put them up on other things. If you have any good ideas about, should I make the screen a little bit bigger? So I think it's halfway decent, but you're not getting the zoomed in part where you want. I think the idea was good, just the execution was wrong. I have to find out. If anybody has any experience with OBS and a Logitech C20 as your second camera, like your zoom camera, say, that'll be awesome. If you can get me some of that information on how to make it a better quality. Like, I know how to make it 1080p and all that stuff, but it gets laggy. Is there a secret way where you can do that where it doesn't get laggy? That's my question. So we cable managed a little bit. And if you guys like, let's see, some of the Y accents, insert the Y carriage. So the Y carriage is looking like this. If anybody's done this, I've done this before, I would really love and appreciate all the help you guys can give me. I really would. It looks like I got some extra stuff. I know this is for this, I'm thinking, right? And I got a couple of more bolts. So I don't know, maybe I need them in a little bit. I don't know. And if you guys have any experience putting this through, even if this is a regular 3D printer itself, I would more than appreciate any help you guys are willing to send my way. Anything about upgrades, because I know, like from what I learned, it's not like every 3D printer is a little bit different, right? But a lot of the upgrades are like status quo. You can do stuff to make the filament better. You can do stuff for this. You can do stuff for that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and we're going to be doing a lot of that. So if you don't know, please subscribe for more. Why am I hitting that? Oh, that's probably because this is probably in the way. This is probably got to move down this way. I was like, wait a second. I bet you the thing is, like, this is just... Sure. What is that? Oh, it's these things. Alright, I know this is probably dumb, right? But if this is hitting it, it's not going to work, right? If I'm right, this has got to hit the end stop. So... Oh my god. Wasn't this just the thing I kind of like spun on? Like, I should be able to work this down. I should have loosened up these holes a little bit. Do like this and you see how that works? It's like I threaded one of these in there. Oh damn. Where they're supposed to just slide on. Like this one looks like it started a little bit. Cause you see how this one's moving? It's okay. I should be able to loosen this up somehow, right? I don't want to chip anything. I think I did a little bit. Alright. It's okay. It doesn't look like a big deal. Like, this sucks because all the adjustment I did now is kind of out of whack because I can't slide this over. So I'm telling you, I know this is supposed to go like this so we can hit the end switch. Hit the end stop. And technically you're supposed to be able to, like, you know, you're supposed to be able to. I'm gonna have to. I told myself I want to get myself into these things. And, like, you know what it is? I'm gonna have to fix this eventually. Might as well get started. Maybe I'll get lucky. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll get lucky and I gotta get. Oh, okay. Should I just take this whole thing out? I'm thinking I should. I gotta clean the threads out of this. This sucks. Like, this is not a motor. You know what I mean? I gotta make sure this threads don't compromise everything else. It's only this bottom one that's going to be affected, so I'm hoping I can get this in a spot later. Kind of sucks. Tuning right now, just it's not good. It's not good tuning right now. If you're live. If you're watching it, basically what happened is that I kind of threaded this one in there. So there might be a bunch of adjustments later. This one is like, it needs to be over here or something to hit this. I know it's a problem, and before I go farther and farther and farther, this one being threaded in is just killing me. So we had our first big problem. I wouldn't say it's a big problem, but our first problem, nevertheless, right? I have to see how. God, like, I'm thinking, should I tilt it up and just go in there a little bit with my Dremel? Not a lot at all, just a very little bit. Which is going to 100% suck because this is live. It's gonna be noisy. You know what I mean? The chances of me turning this thing on and nothing going wrong. So, before I start, and yes, it is like 1:30 in the morning or whatever the hell it is, and we got people sleeping. And this is probably not smart. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear somebody flame in the comments eventually over this part. Alright, I'm gonna go. It's not too loud, but again, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna mute my mic. So just. Alright, back. Turn it back up. That looked like it worked out great. And it wasn't even that loud. Granted. I don't know how it's coming over the mic. It was right there, but like for me. Like we pretty much did nothing. I think eventually, like when I change, I'm gonna probably change everything to blue probably. So I'll have all brand new parts for this. And I'll find a better way to clean it out. Maybe clean them all out beforehand. Who's that? That's this part. Look at that. They just don't want to fit in that good. They're just tight. Nope. Those motor mounts are tight as balls. Which hopefully everything's alright. I don't see it being too big of a deal. We could have threw ourselves off a little bit eventually. But you would think with everything else being tight, right? This should be something that pretty much can tighten off everything else. Alright? That's what I'm thinking, at least. No, it's still tight. You know, it's still hard to turn, so that's great. Like, it's not like I loosened it up to the point where it's all messed up or nothing. Wait, hold on. Almost messed that up. Because I also need this part. Let me go on. That was almost a mess up there. Almost Messed that up pretty good. Well, hold on. There's two of these that have to go on. Almost did it again, boys. Almost did it again. So overall, not horrible. Could have went a hell of a lot worse, right? This ain't going bad. It's going pretty good. I'm telling you, this is gonna have something to do with it. So. Shit, I gotta be careful with that. Oh boy. You know, you just get into something, you're like, oh, I got it. So that's a little something to look out for. Make sure anything that threads onto your rod, especially in this, the motor mount one, that it's definitely clean so you can slide it back and forth. Because if you pretty much put grooves in it, it's like a screw now. You're not really doing too much with it anymore. Okay. That's pretty good. I know there's going to be some kind of adjustment style. I just want to get it close again. I think that might be pretty decent, because if this goes on here, right, eventually, this can go down here, and that's pretty much, you know, give or take a couple of millimeters, right? Working with all the millimeters. So okay, so let's not too much I can do. Okay, so where are we? Let's get back to our regular build. Step 22. We're almost there, boys. We're almost there. I'm thinking that is really nice. The thing is, it feels like it hits before it actually bottoms out. It is what it is, right? Ensure the correct orientation of zip ties, heads. On the insides, all on the insides. Perfect. Alright, let's start zipping up. Oh, there's nuts for back there. They're optional. Maybe I'll find them in a spare part bag. Look at that. You crazy son of a bitch. Okay. So we're looking at this motor facing back this way, having this go like this and up. Push it through, tunnel. Oh, look at that. Look how clear that is. That's some sweet stuff. Zip ties are fun, man. I heard they got little 3D printed things for the bearings under here. That's like one of the first things I'm going to change when I get a chance. I might just kind of... If I knew what I knew... Just got, yeah. I knew. I'm pretty sure it's all 4, right? Oh, I looked ahead. We're going to have some fun in a little bit. And these all go on the inside coming over. Yeah. Oh, I bet you that's how it goes, like just like that. Because they always have that, like, they always have that flatness about them, the way they flatten out. That is freaking awesome. This goes like this. I had it right. I just always second guess myself. I'm pretty sure I'm right here. Got a lot of pull. I didn't make these too tight, so I should get a lot of clicks out of these. And I don't know. I'm pretty secure with myself. It's really, I just want a couple of extra ones because I want to definitely get these same exact ones for when I redo this stuff. Oh, look at that. Okay. We're looking pretty good. Everybody's hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you. If you don't want to talk, it's fine. Hopefully I talk enough for both of us. Hopefully you'll subscribe. Hopefully I'll have a good time. Alright. For the next step, it is good assembly option nuts. Take from the bag 9 spare parts on the screws holding the Y belt access assembly. The M3 nuts screws are shown in the picture. Alright, so what I wanted to do then was, since you know they both kind of came through, I wanted to make sure they were just a little like snug how I want it. I think they both kind of were. Yeah. I just wanted to be sure. Alright, so there is... Wait, these nuts... I just heard these nuts will be... My nuts will be removed in Chapter 7. I'm just going to put them on. For the next step is good assembly option. The nuts take from bag 9s and the screws holding the Y-axis belt. Assembly the M3 nuts shown in the picture. Oh. It's like... I don't even think those are them. Look more like these, not this one. This is an extra locking nut. And I'm guessing, because I'm pretty sure the heated bed goes down here, but I guess for the tension, I guess they don't want the tension of these. You give them a little more support when you're putting the stuff on. Like for the belt underneath. Things like that. Alright, just give me a second. I want to make sure my spare nuts go back where they're supposed to be. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. I never did them like this before. Usually what I would do is like I would record a long video like this and cut out every single thing I can and say it's like an hour-long video, which this is probably longer than that. Or gonna be definitely longer than that. I usually go in just like take all the parts like this and the setup parts and some of the longer, like, you know, the screw. I'll get rid of all the action. Like all like the screwing parts that take like, you know, repetitive steps. I make a little montage out of it, and then after all that crap, it comes out to like 15-minute video or something. But if you hang out to the end, you're special. Okay, assembling the belt on the Y-axis, part 1. This step illustrates you don't have to take the printed part out of the Y carriage. Insert the G-belt, the shorter one, into the belt holding as shown. Belt holder as shown in the picture. First, insert the flat part of the belt in the holder. Okay. And I'm not good at... You know what I think's happening? There's something that's not charging right. I hear something. I hear it. I think my headset's dying. But also notice my phone's dying. I want to make sure it was live. Actually, I can turn it off now. I don't really need it on. Okay. So we're going to set it like this. And this is the same way. If I put it on the side like this is the same way it showed on here. So we got our 2 belts. I'm guessing there's 2 of them. Because they said the shorter of the 2. There's only 1 belt in there. Is there a belt in here? Oh, I thought there was for a second. Insert. I only have 1 belt. It says this step is an illustration. You don't have to take it apart. The Y carriage, insert the YGT2 belt, the shorter one. There's only 1 in here. So what I'm going to say is this has got to be the one. So I'm going to pinch it like they show in the picture. And they just kind of bring it. That looked really easy. You just gotta pinch it so the teeth go into each other. I know it's hard to see. Oh man, the camera looked like it froze. Fucking camera. I gotta figure out what's wrong with that. So then, it's really hard to see this. Not for me, for yous. I'm trying to think of a way I can do this, but there's really not. I can kind of show it to you afterwards. Kind of in there like that. You basically just loop it in there. Maybe I could use this. That's the thing that's freaking me out a little bit, right? That it's so easy to do. Well, that looks tighter at least. A little bit. Okay. So this is going to have to find a firm spot to go into, I think. First, insert the flat part into the belt and the holder. I don't know if that's how I did it, but I want to do it like I said in directions. They don't like give you like how many teeth you should go. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like I could see that on this. So it's like I kind of want to make sure it's tight as it could possibly be. Which it just doesn't look like it is. But we'll see. Maybe that just holds it good enough though. Okay. Alright. Alright. Then we go 27, place the G2 pulley on the Y shaft on his picture as shown. So we're just throwing this on. So we'll see what happens. So not about tightening it. Don't tighten it yet. We'll get to that later. Alright. Alright, Joseph. And then you need something. Yeah, okay, we're upside down. Alright. We're like this now. Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna have to lock this thing into place. I'm trying to see if I can get this part as level as I can. Okay. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going over to... Oh, I gotta unloosen that. Okay. So we gotta loosen this one nut, it looks like. Which is not bad. That's a nut, right? So I guess you wanna bring it down like that, kinda. Then you're gonna bring this one over. So we'll get it hooked around a pulley. Get it in there tight. Put it back. When do we ever tighten the pulley part? Oh, okay. We do eventually do that. Okay. Okay, we took that out. Now what we're doing is that we're trying to get this bottom part on. Alright, using the pliers, insert the belt to the flat part. So I gotta do this, right? And then, not those. Not those. Where is the pliers? There we go. Alright, so we got that part in. Tighten the belt. Well, that seems like it's gonna snap. It can't be that tight. Tell you the truth, if I put it in that tight, I'm gonna break this fucking belt. even that's bringing it back pretty fucking hard. Alright, so I'm doing that. And then am I a little nervous? Yeah. Because this is really tight. Okay. We're getting there. I heard this part's gotta be really tight, and if it's really tight, it works a lot better. So, if anything, when I start rebuilding, I'll grab a couple more bolts. That's really tight. I'm hoping that's working out good. Oh my god. Alright. So we got that done. Alright, just Y idle as shown in the picture. Bearing housing should be to access the belt. Tighten the M. Not gently. Okay, so they got us going to the other side. Yeah, because the motor's over here. Having this all the way down. So what we're doing is we're trying to get this part aligned perfectly with this part. With all the tension, it's like crazy. All this tension is killing it. And this part's definitely gonna have to move, I think. Nice and easy, nice and easy. There you go. Alright, so that looks good. It's lined up. That's basically what we were doing there. Come on. Come on, baby, baby. Come on, baby. This is like the hardest thing to get on because it's so tight. Because when you're pushing up, you're hitting this thing already. Alright, so just shows you like this. And it's like, oh, just grab this one and this one. Put this one here. That won't fit on. And then this one here. and just go up and push against the fucking thread rod up there. Just go like this again. I don't know. I'll go as tight as I can get it. I don't want to over tighten these plastic parts. And we are done with step 33. Step 34, adjust the YZ mount. Same thing with the YZ mount. And then when we get that eyed up perfectly, the funny part is, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're good. This worked out really good. Well, that's good. It's getting late, folks. I'm liking it. It feels like it's not as loop. Like I figured it would be more. I thought it would be more free, like free flowing, but it is pretty tight. All right, step 34. Let me just make sure this is tight because I did not make sure I tightened this. I don't think. Maybe I can. It's like, hey, you want to tighten this thing that's all put together and hard to reach? There's some things I was thinking about using just now that I probably shouldn't have. I don't understand. Like, look, they put this there, and then how am I supposed to really get this tight? Because this is right on top of this. That's what I'm worried about. Something like that happening. Okay. So we're good. Yes, I used the hot end for support. Alright. Just the Y and Z. Tighten the pulley. Zip tie, cable ties, threaded rods. That's shown in the picture. Alright, so we gotta do a little cable management. So we're gonna flip this thing over, pull it back towards here. And we have this on top. So we're going over this. And I'm okay with cable managing this stuff, because this is kind of the stuff that, you know, if you do it really nice and neat, it should never show, right? So you kind of want to make them tight, but not really tight, because of the whole, you don't want to pinch a wire. You wouldn't like to pinch wires in this. This is not a pinching wire kind of stream. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do sit here through this whole thing, this is awesome. I kind of want to do this just for people that needed help and wanted someone to go through it with. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I want. And there's gonna be a lot of content on this channel, because even with my other channel, I do love that channel's more of a mess. And if you happen to see this from over there, it's nothing. It's not, like, I don't think I'm stopping content on that channel at all. I'll tell you the truth, I just feel like doing content on this channel right now. Alright, there's another one supposed to go here, but I'm probably gonna wait till later, because well, I guess I could just put... Nah, I want to wait. Maybe I'll put it there, but I won't, I'll just kind of remind myself that one has to go here. I'm like going like that. Because I kind of want to know exactly... Well, so you know what? I don't even want to tighten these things up all the way. I love this idea, like the nice tight cable management and stuff. We'll leave this one depending on where that thing's gonna sit, you know. So they should. It looks like it's right around here or something. Like if you look at that. That's beautiful cable management. I really like that. It kind of gives you a spot for everything, and everything's in its spot, and you leave it a little bit of loose, just so you're able to move it around. But it's nice and tight where it's not going to get pulled or caught or clamped on anything. So you're like, this is nice and tight to where it's going to be still, but loose. So there's play. But other than that, it's a beautiful goddamn thing. 36, let's see. 37, leveling the y-axis. Place the assembled y-axis on a flat surface and check every corner to see if it's touching the ground. Not right there. Could have done that. I think this is level. It's a pretty new table. Okay. If the corner is in the air, twist the axis slightly. You can also check by tapping each corner and listening to see if it makes a noise. So that one. This is your last chance to ensure the y-axis is perfect angle and level until it'll save you a lot of hassle later. Okay, so I'm trying to think, how would I... Looks like I passed it on to this one. like this part. Oh, that's what's messing up. How am I supposed to fix that? Oh boy. I'm gonna have to look at that tomorrow. So this one's still a little. I think it's very close. Let's put these things on. I might switch them later, but it's a step, and then we get our cherry for the end of the stream. And all we want to do is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. This probably will help it a little bit too. Give it a little bit of play. They just probably wanted you to get as close as you possibly can. And this is supposed to take a good amount. I don't know if they added this to it. Or, because everyone's complaining about the noise. And I didn't see these felt pads in the beginning. And then I saw them on somebody's, like, later build. So, we'll see. See, look at that. That's good. That gives it that little more cushion. So hopefully that sets it up nice. And for 2, okay, here we go. Congratulations, you have assembled the Y-axis. You can continue by assembling the X-axis in the next chapter. That's where I'm going to leave you guys tonight. Thank you so much for watching. This has been way, way too long. All we need is the needle nose plies and a hex key and everything for 3D. It looks like we're going to need 2 more smooth rods. We're going to... Oh, this looks fun. This is the extruder carriage. Yes. What did I say? The X carriage? I thought. Yeah, X-axis assembly. So we're going to assemble this up and then eventually get to the thing. But we'll do more of that tomorrow. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Remember, follow all the links. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the show. Subscribe to the channel if you don't enjoy the show, because shows will probably be better. Eventually, hopefully. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time. Peace!